So hello, I'm Thomas. I'm in charge of the R&D at KTM, and I'm proud to present you our new Machina Kapoho. Machina Kapoho 271 with the new Bosch power tube with the full integrated battery inside the frame, in combination with the very powerful Bosch Performance CX motor. So our Machina Kapoho is the really hardcore all-mountain bike in the e-bike section with a brand new tire combination. We call it DMX, dimension mix, which means in the front 29-inch 2.35 tires for give you perfect overhauling performance, to give you very precise steering performance, in combination with the 2.8 tire, the plus tire on the rear, which gives you the really big and good traction for steep uphills and also perfect braking performance when going hard downhill. The Kapoho comes with 160mm travel in front and rear, and get equipped with 4-piston brakes front and rear, and a very specific e-bike crank, which is now with 160mm in length, to give you a better pedaling performance when going very hard and tough uphill trails, to give better clearance for the pedal and better clearance for the BB. So this is our Sonics. We know we just have a new frame layup. That would be interesting, maybe might be interesting. So the shape of the frame is like we know from the Myroon, but for model year 18 we have a complete new layup of the carbon fiber. We have new materials, and we have a new way of manufacturing. So there is a special EPS molding which makes a very smooth inside surface of the frame. And we were able to reduce the weight of the frame in painted finish, like it is here, to 975 grams. The current model year 17 was about 1,100 something, and now we are 975 grams. It took us about 20 times testing, so every 2-3 weeks in the last year we had such a frame on the test bench. Testing, braking, improving. So this routine got made about 20 times, 19 times in the last year. And so we started with 880 grams in raw finish of the frame and ended it now at 895 grams in raw finish. Painting is 975 grams. So that's many cycles, improving, changing layup, changing type of material. So many tests to be done, but that's now the top of the line product. It's just at the Myroon Sonic you can get it. It's quite an expensive one for sure, but top of the line, that's it. Just a preview, but it's very important for me to show it to you, because now everyone is talking about e-bike only, and this makes me, on the one side, makes me happy because we have a lot of nice e-bikes. On the other side, it makes me a bit nervous, because I still like to ride a real normal bike. I still like to ride a bike which makes fun and which makes me sweat, and that's the reason why we keep on pushing also non-e-bike. And you will get in springtime next year, you will get a new Prowler. So Prowler is the name of our adventure bike. We call it adventure bike. It's a 29-inch bike, 150mm travel in front and rear. So it's a really fast, and it's a dangerous bike. So we have the same structure and idea of the design of the rear suspension like we know from the scarps. So we have the straight line link, so the forces go directly to the shock, so no mess around with some rockers which just adds up the forces, go directly to the shock, directly to the frame, so it gets really low stress to the bearings, and very smooth reaction of the rear triangle. We try to get the as low as possible rear ratio, so it's about 1 to 2.5 the rear ratio. So for 150mm travel, that's really a nice and low ratio. Together with the Horst link on the rear side, we get a very smooth feeling of the rear triangle. It's the first time we were able to make a development without compromise when it comes to the drivetrain. Yeah? So it's just for 1x12. Yeah? In former years, like you see at this Carb, they always were developed for 2x drivetrains. We always have problems to mess around with the front derailleur. We always need the space for it. We have to make compromise on the chainstay design. We need to find a way for the cable routing for the front derailleur. Always gives us some troubles. This time, first time, no compromise, 1x12 only. Yeah? So 1x12 only, perfect position of the main bearing, position enough room for the chain guide, optimize the volume in the BB area to give you a real good stiffness in this BB section. For 2018, you will get one model over the top, so it's a Prowler Sonic. It's a very high-end equipped bike. Yeah? We were starting that, and 2019, yes, there will be for sure a small lineup with more models in carbon, and there will be also one version in aluminium. But 2018, we're starting with the full carbon version like you see here.